Okay, it's good to be back, I suppose. I'll keep on doing this in the Slammer program until I drop. And I could drop anytime these days. On the other hand, I'm keeping myself in good shape so that I don't necessarily drop when I don't want to drop. It's all up to me. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this is Herman Scuttle, broadcasting once again from Wormwood Scrubs in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I have a lot of things to pass along today. This is basically a news program, and I will start with some breaking news, hot off the wire. Here we go. A bridal party's trip to a church in Nevada was delayed when their limousine caught fire. The limo pulled over, everybody got out safe, then the limo burst into flames, which suggests there are no guarantees in marriage. If you want a guarantee, go live with a car battery. Also in the news, California's theme parks have banned screaming on roller coasters. They say the COVID-19 virus can spread when people on roller coasters scream. But all that aside, I think a roller coaster is like love. You rise and you fall. You rise and you fall. You rise and you fall. And then you puke. And finally in the news, a California man spent 24 hours sitting in a pool of bean dip. The man, his name Hunter Ray Barker, said he was trying to promote business for a struggling Los Angeles restaurant. But the bean dip was made from navy beans, some of which he ingested, and he got a dishonorable discharge. So that's what I have in the news for now. Now let me tell you about today. Today is a very special day, and it's so special you didn't even know it was special. Let me tell you. Today is International Pull Up Your Pants Day. Right. It's a special day to promote a sense of common decency among a certain segment of the population, namely plumbers. Right. Plumbers have a messy job, installing and repairing pipes and fittings of water supplies and sanitation and heating systems, and they're paid well and they deserve every dollar that they get. But plumbers forget to keep their pants pulled up, and customers become traumatized when they see a plumber's butt cleavage. Plumbers ought to once and for all fix the fit of their trousers or start wearing overalls. Now, maybe you're thinking about people who intentionally wear their pants below their butt cheeks and flaunt their underpants in public. Shouldn't International Pull Up Your Pants Day apply to them too? No. No, no, no. These folks are just making a fashion statement, that's all. And they would never consider the drudgery of working with pipes unless the pipes delivered fumes of euphoria. But it's encouraging to know that proactive measures are taking place to address the plumber's problem. Really. Local unions of plumbers and pipe fitters are offering free belts and suspenders to their members who are afflicted with involuntarily exposing their butt cleavage. Another option for the plumbers is to join a new group called the United Association of Bare Naked Plumbers. Right, they say that working in the nude will create extra physical distractions that will lessen the focus of the fanny crack. You know, somewhere along the line, the cosmetics of a plumber's job was thrown a monkey wrench. Yeah, a small chink in the plumber's armor turned into a great conspicuous crevice. But today, International Pull Up Your Pants Day, is a good first step for plumbers to gird up their loins and tighten up loose ends. Now then, how about a song? Ready for a song? Okay. This one today is going to be completely acapella. I woke up this morning, coffee and a bun. Yeah, I woke up this morning, black coffee and a hot cross bun. And I robbed a liquor store before the day was done. Yeah, I robbed $97 in a bottle of Cuervo Gold. I robbed $97 in a bottle of Cuervo Gold. I like a little larceny. Man, it never gets old. And if you see me smiling, you know that I robbed some poor slob. And if you see me smiling, hey, I was just doing my job. Oh, I woke up this morning, coffee and a bun. I woke up this morning, black coffee and a hot cross bun. And I robbed me a liquor store before the day was done. Yes, you're probably saying, hey, is that old guy still on your show? Yeah, he is. I'm talking about Captain Backfish. He's right over there. He looks a little bit comatose, but I think I can get him to make a quick appearance. Hey, Captain Backfish, hey, I'm going to go get him. Hey, Captain Backfish, wake up. Come on, it's time. It's your time. Shh, Captain Backfish, come on. Come on. You don't want to do it? You're not going to do it. Right. A nice kid was wondering why she was born. She was unsure where nurturing comes from. The whoever's involved so far haven't answered to mama or daddy. Yes, a nice kid growing up, reading about God's magnificent salvation plan and the minimum requirement of fundamental mercy and truth written on the table of her heart. I did a background check on this nice kid. And I came up with nothing but a portfolio of holes. This nice kid must have caused a couple of partners in lust to have a season of inconvenience. Captain Backfish, are you okay? No, seriously, are you going to be okay? Do you want any help? You want me to call the warden? You want me to call the nurse? Okay, fine, stay there. Well, that was a very melodramatic presentation by my friend, Captain Backfish, my fellow inmate here at Wormwood Scrubs. Look, don't try to figure him out. Don't try to figure me out because, well, you never will. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but here in the state of Massachusetts, you can no longer buy menthol cigarettes, see. And what I'm going to tell you now concerns that subject because I had a visitor, a young woman, and she told me that she was driving over the state line from Pittsfield into New Lebanon. Very smart woman, very pretty, about the same age as my grandchildren. I never told you about my grandchildren, did you? Maybe sometime I'll tell you about that. I do have grandchildren somewhere. This pretty young woman, about the same age as whatever age my grandchildren are. Much younger than me, okay? You got it. Well, she told me, she's the one who told me that Massachusetts has outlawed menthol cigarettes, and she wants to buy cartons of Newports from over the border in New York. It's her get-rich-quick scheme, I guess. She says everybody in Pittsfield who still smokes likes their Newports. She said $20 a pack would be easy to get from this sorry bunch of addicts. And she wanted me to front her with some startup cash. I said, oh no way, get out of here. But then she turned this boring prison visit to me into a conjugal visit. Yeah. Holy smoke, I saw the light. I reached under my mattress, I grabbed a fistful full of currency, and I invested in her brainstorm. I said, take the money, but don't bother me with paying me back. I said, under my mattress, I still got plenty of swag. But she keeps saying to me she wants to compensate me in some way. She is a bootylicious Slavic woman, fine fettled blonde hair down to her haunches, a Hollywood smile, a twisted sense of humor, all around ship shape. But I insist, no kind of reimbursement necessary. I keep telling her, honey, it's too late to keep me hot and bothered. I hope my stimulus gives you the spark that you need, but really, my smoking lamp is out. And here's a part of the program, part of the broadcast that I hate the most. It's when I have to read letters from you. I tell you over and over and over again, no, please do not send me any mail. But as it always happens, there's always a letter. So I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just going to read it, and so be it. But I will try to tell you, please, I don't need these letters. Anyway, here's the letter. To Herman Scuttle on the public access TV show In the Slammer. I catch you by accident in the middle of the night, right about the time my acid reflux kicks in. My stomach acid backs up as far as the throat and the larynx, and I wake up coughing and choking, and there's an awful pain in my chest. It's really, really uncomfortable. It's agonizing. I force down baking soda and water and eat Rolaids and chew gum. And all that stuff eventually relieves the agony, but it takes time. The remedies are not instant. So, to take my mind off the anguish, I turn on the TV. It's usually around 3 o'clock in the morning. And there you are. Herman Scuttle in prison, rambling and ranting. Are you supposed to be funny because you're not making me laugh? You strike me, Herman Scuttle, as a frustrated actor wannabe, a has-been who never was, an egocentric loser, a pitiful man starving for attention and artistic failure. Herman Scuttle, an unspectacular fictional character played by a real dud of a human being named Bob Balogh. And when anybody in the Berkshires hears the name Bob Balogh, they get instant acid reflux. But my distaste for you, Mr. Scuttle, or Mr. Balogh, or whatever, or whoever you identify yourself with these days, it goes back to 1967, when you humiliated me at the junior prom. You walked out on me, remember? You said you were going to the bathroom, but you never came back. I had to spend the rest of prom night with some goofy wallflower named Neil Cavuto. Suffice it to say, it was the worst night of my life. You, Herman, Bob, whatever your name is, you were bad, but that Cavuto guy was worse. I wonder whatever happened to him. Anyway, this pathetic trip down memory lane is making me gag. This is the last you'll ever hear from me. And I hope what's left of your life is full of misery. Signed, Imogene Freudenberger. See. No comments. I will also tell you that because I've had very good behavior here at the prison lately, last Saturday night, they gave me a little bonus. They let me stay Saturday night in one of the local motels. Just a little R&R, just a little change of pace because of my good behavior. All right. So I got to the motel room and I noticed the first housefly of the spring. Yeah, and that first housefly of the spring was making its first flight of the season, right there in the motel room window. Well, I gave the bug the back of my hand, but in doing so, I smashed the glass and I made my knuckles bleed. I shrieked and I stumbled and I knocked over a lamp. And I went to the sink and started running water over my bleeding knuckles and watched the blood swirling around the drain. Then the phone rang. I stubbed my toe trying to answer the phone. And who was it? It was the guy in the motel room next to me. He said, "What's your problem over there, moron?" And he cranked up his Metallica and fired up his skunk weed. And I banged my wounded fist on the wall to protest. And in doing so, I fractured the sheetrock. Then, the motel's hypersensitive smoke alarm started shrieking because of the smoke from his skunk weed. Everybody had to evacuate the motel. We were all out there on the sidewalk. I heard the church bells ringing 7 o'clock. Another springtime morning in Pittsfield. And as for that housefly, that first housefly of the spring, well, he returned to the window for its second flight of the season. So I'm just about all worn out, but I'm telling, there's another news item. Okay. Another news item just came in. So before I go, I'll tell you that breaking news. Okay, breaking news, and then we'll say goodbye. Just off the wire. 11 donkeys escaped from a ranch in California. All of the donkeys made it back to the ranch safely, except for one that was accepted at Stanford University. He was a real smartass. Okay, so I'm doing fine here, in case you're wondering. I'm still at Wormwood Scrubs Prison. Me, Herman Scuttle. I'll see you next time, hopefully, yeah? Okay? Is that all right? And that's about it. I'm going to get my pal over here, Captain Backfish, and we're going to go back to our individual cells, and that's it.